Hey everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming and welcome to this Halloween special review. Now, I only came across this game because I was looking for the new Ghostbusters VR game on the MetaQuest, and this popped up somewhere. I came onto Steam and found out that it had actually come to Steam on the 19th of October after a year of being on Epic Games. So if there's something strange in the neighbourhood, who are you gonna call? And of course the answer is Ghostbusters. In this case, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed Ecto Edition. As discussed, after a year on the Epic Games Store, the game finally comes to Steam with all of its DLC and added goodness. And I have to say, I did briefly play this a year ago. I enjoyed it, but I quickly put it down. However, this time it absolutely has me hooked, and the DLC make for a wonderful, fun gaming experience, and I really wanted to bring it to you on the channel. As you are aware, we play a lot of complex games on this channel. I'm not going to put this one in that category. However, you are all aware I love Star Trek, I love Star Wars, Aliens, Predator and all those franchises. But it all started when I was a kid and I fell in love with Ghostbusters. I would definitely be playing the theme tune extremely loud in this video, apart from the fact, of course, that it would get us into trouble. And of course, it got Ray Parker Jr. into trouble when he was sued by Huey Lewis and the News because it sounded too similar to their song, I Want a New Drug. And they won the case, so I believe to this day, all royalties for that song actually go to Huey Lewis and the News. A little fact for you. And one of the awesome aspects of this game is it has the theme song. It has a wonderful, whimsical soundtrack that bounces along in the background. And I have to say, it's all extremely high quality stuff. The Ghostbusters feel to this game is exceptional. If you're enjoying this special Halloween video, make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you're new here. Both me and Tom really appreciate all of the interaction that we get, and it would be great to have you along for the journey. So apart from capturing that Ghostbusters atmosphere, what exactly is this game? Essentially, Spirits Unleashed is an asymmetrical game of hide and seek. The setup is 4 versus 1, where players will either play as part of a team of new Ghostbusters or a singular ghost. Players will work their way through various single player acts while also competing in the multiplayer co-op against the ghost. Once you get to Act 2 in the storyline, this unlocks the ability to play as the ghost and allows you to join in the co-op battles to take on the 4 other Ghostbusters. My first 5 hours in the game was mainly playing as a Ghostbuster because I just was obsessed. However, once the ghost unlocked, I have to say that is a very enjoyable role to play, but it's much harder to be able to play the ghost because of course there's only one in each match. So as I got more and more hooked on playing the ghost, it got harder and harder to actually get a match, and I kept playing as Ghostbusters. That was a little bit frustrating, but I was also very pleased that there were so many players online, and I was able to get a match within 20 seconds each time I searched for one. If you take the role of a Ghostbuster, you have access to all their iconic gear and gadgets, from proton packs to PKE meters and ghost traps. The main role of the Ghostbuster team is to catch the ghost and prevent him from scaring all of the people on that map, and that is represented by a meter at the top of the screen. The ghost, on the other hand, has to possess objects, travel around, scare people, attack the Ghostbusters, and fill that meter so they can eventually win the game. It's all a very simple premise which is played over and over again, but it's made fun by the various different gadgets and tactics that you can employ. It's fun hunting the ghost, but it's really awesome playing the ghost, possessing items, and playing a crafty strategy to win the game. Now, I've touched on it in the opening, the game captures the atmosphere amazingly, the music is great, the graphics are really spot on, and I have to highlight the voice acting of Dan Aykroyd. It is absolutely brilliant and takes you right back to your youth.
Welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Take a seat or stand, make yourself comfortable. What I have to show you is of the utmost importance and can't wait a second longer. You see before you, perhaps the most prodigious discovery known to the metaphysical science community. Look familiar? It's the first, and I mean very first, edition of Tobin's Spirit Guide.
In fact, all of the voice acting in this game is extremely good, and they have nailed the presentation. I really have to praise the developer for that, and it would be great to see them produce more games in the Ghostbusters franchise. One of the highlights is the firehouse itself. It's extremely well done and has a really great feeling to it. There are a couple of distinct areas to the firehouse, including tutorials that you can look at, side missions, and then Ray's occult bookshop. It all serves to keep you playing and engrossed in trying different challenges and new aspects to the game. Progression system in this game is what will keep you coming back, and it's pretty good for both the Ghostbusters and the Ghost. You can unlock new equipment, abilities, and customizable outfits for the Ghostbusters, and for the other side, you have abilities and more advanced ghosts. This has actually kept me playing, and I've enjoyed the rewards within this game. There's also a system where once you get to level 100, you can wipe your character for rewards and start again. Thought it was a really interesting way on keeping experience fresh. So what is the downside to this game? And I'm gonna say there is only one game mode. Now you can hunt ghosts offline with bots, and you can then play with others, and I actually enjoyed both experiences. But it is only one game mode, and some players may get bored of that quickly. However, I have to challenge that aspect with the price. It's coming in at €19.50 with a current 25% reduction until November 1st. That makes it only €14.62. Absolutely worth it for the game hours that I've had so far. And like I said earlier in the review, I play a lot of complicated titles, but with this I can just jump in and enjoy that Ghostbusters goodness. You could be hypercritical and pick a lot of holes in this game, but for the price, I just don't want to do that. One other thing to note is that it's fully verified on Steam Deck, so you can enjoy your ghost-busting joy on the move. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed Ecto Edition is the ultimate Ghostbuster game right now. It's amazing fun, there are loads of unlockables, and it's fun to play in either solo or multiplayer. There is definitely a challenge to playing as both the Ghostbusters and the Ghost, and I have had an absolutely brilliant time with this today, and I can't wait to jump back in to a more whimsical game every now and then. So there we go, LT gamers, something different for the channel, and happy Halloween to you all. As always, I've been Luke from LT Gaming, and I'll catch you on the next one.